And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
When I was a child, there was one game that I absolutely despised, and that game was Dutch Blitz. Dutch Blitz was a game that my family liked to play, and it was a game of speed, and I could not stand it. I played it in college, had the same reaction to it with some of the people. I think it's because I played with people who tended to dominate the table, who would tell other people where to play their cards. I think I've come around on this a little bit, and it's a good thing, because now there's a new game out called Ligretto. In fact, there's 3 versions of Ligretto: blue, red, and green, and there's no difference amongst them. The backs of the cards have different colors, and so you can mix them together. Each game supports 4 players. If you use all 3, you could play with 12 players. But make no mistake, this is Dutch Blitz, which is just republished. Unless Dutch Blitz came second, I don't know. But either way, it's the same game. How do I feel about it now? Look at it. Each player will do the same thing with their deck of cards. They're going to count off 10 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and turn these cards face up in a pile right there. And then they're going to place 3 cards face up next to that. Now the goal is to get this deck out on the board as fast as you can. You'll have this deck in one of your hands, and then someone will say go, and then play happens simultaneously. Now, what you're trying to do is, as fast as you can, get all your cards out onto the middle of the table. So if you had a 1, for example, you can place that 1 in a pile on the table. And if somebody else, or you, doesn't matter who it is, had the 2 of that color, they can place a 2 on top of that, and so on and so forth. And on top of the 2 is a 3. You can see this seems like a pretty bad starting hand here to get 7, 8, 9, 9. It is. And what if I can't play any cards? Well, at that point, you count 3 cards off from your pile that you're holding. You turn it over. Can I play one of those? No. Set those aside. Draw 3 more cards. Can I play the 10? No. 3 more cards. Can I play the 5? No. And I keep doing that until eventually, hopefully, I'll get a card that I can play. Oh, red 2. By this time, someone's probably put a red 1 on the table. But they haven't, so we continue on. Oh, a blue 4, so I can instantly put that out, which might allow me to play other cards. Eventually, I'm going to be able to put one of these cards out on the table, which will let me replace this one, or I can just put them straight out from here if I have them. As soon as one person has this pile gone, the game is over, or the round is over. You shout stop, everyone else is going to get points equal to how many cards they have left in this pile, and you want to have the least points so that you're the winner. You play so many rounds, and whoever's most points wins. And you can turn over all the cards easily and see from the backs of them who gets what cards. Now, this is one of those games that has grown on me. Maybe it's because I play with people and the speed, and maybe it's because I don't mind losing as much as I used to. But it just doesn't bother me. Now, I'll say this. They sell this in 3 different sets: red, green, and blue. Let me get them. You can look at my wall of games while I'm doing this. Ooh, isn't that cool? Anyway, they sell it in the blue set, the red set, and the green set. I don't see any reason to own more than 2 sets. There is no way that you can play this with 12 people. That's craziness. The only reason I could see doing that is if you want to play with 2 6-player sets. If you want to play some kind of tournament between players or something. 4 players is fine. You'll do very well. 3 is maybe too few, but 4 players is fine. 5 or 6 I'll handle. More than 6, no. But still, hey, the colors are there. So if you like the game, and apparently a lot of people do because it's sold well in the past and its different incarnations, then go for it. Realize this. It is a real-time game. You will be playing it, and you'll have speed. If you're someone who's slow and deliberate, you will hate this game. You will despise it. There's luck. You saw that starting hand that I had, 7, 8, 8, 9. I don't get those out. Someone else might have started with 4 1s. But it usually evens out. Even if I had gotten those out, usually then you can get a whole pile out in other different ways. So the game seems to work. It's fast, it's fun, it's furious. I'm coming around on it, so I'll have to give this a good review. Not that I love the game, but I'll play it, and everyone else seems to really enjoy it.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, This is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.